Welcome back to this week's edition of Modern Tech and Transformation. I'm Carla Hartman, and I want to welcome back Vaibhav Gupta.
Hello.
So, thank you for joining us again. Excited to have you.
I'm also excited, Carla. This is second time we are meeting and we are discussing what we are doing, right? So
Yes.
I'm good.
So, last time we talked about SAP and a greenfield implementation, but what I think is really exciting is an accelerator that Vaibhav has developed called Signature Centric that can really help with the efficiency of processing digital signatures within SAP or any ERP system, right?
Correct.
Any environment. So excited to hear about that
Sure.
today. And once again, I just want to thank you for your time. So tell us a little bit about Signature Centric. How did the idea come about? Just bring us back to the beginning.
You know what, Carla? When I was doing consulting back in 2014, we were looking for a solution who can help us taking all the workflows out of SAP system. You know, it doesn't provide you, if you talk about SAP standard workflow, right? It doesn't provide you mobility, you know,
Mhm.
and scalability and there's so much complexity around it, you know. There's so much dependency on your infrastructure before even you sign any document. Plus there's so much of issues where we are executing certain process which takes a lot of time. So we were looking for a solution who can optimize all these things, provide more usability and flexibility for the user, so that even on their vacation they can sign a document. At least those signatories who are responsible for taking decision, at least these senior folks, they can sign a document, right? Or approve it. At least they can see and view a document or approve or reject a document, right?
Mhm.
So when this kind of situation happens, we were looking for a solution, and then we had an idea that let's build a solution which will work outside SAP and integrate SAP business operations in a way that any business users or any outside organization users as well, they can access our solution and they can sign a document, review a document, and eventually it will do follow-on process as well, which will optimize your entire end-to-end business process. You know, so there's so much automation around it. So we don't call it as this is a kind of business process automation solution. This is a BPA solution which does process optimization in a great extent. When you execute once, it will complete 7 8 steps behind the scene for you.
Yeah, let's
So
dive deeper into that.
sure. So you know, let's imagine a scenario where uh, you are signing a contract with
Mhm.
a customer, right? And there are too many back and forth discussions happens on phone, on meetings, or on chats, right? In fact, everything is happening outside SAP system. So when something happens, when any conflict happen, you need to go and revise all this information, and eventually you come back to your operational document which is residing in SAP, and then you attach all the documents and then send for the audit, right? So when this kind of situation happens, this solution optimize all this information, updates the business operation document back in SAP, so that when something happens, you don't need to worry about your documents. You need to go and read your archives and identify what is happening, what negotiation happened, what discussion happened, and then you come up with a settlement, right? So when this kind of situation is happening, that time this solution brings all this information right in front of your one screen. You don't need to move out from SAP at any given point. You don't need to navigate from one SAP transaction or one SAP business process to another. So it will help you in one single screen. You can control end-to-end flow. You can do entire audit using one single screen, and in fact, you can tell when this particular event happened and when the person responsible is signing a document or approving a document, what was his actual location. We can even show his pictorial information that he is sitting in this office, this location, and approving this document.
Very cool.
So this is a not just what you call helping customer in optimizing business process, saving tons of money,
Hmm.
plus
It's enhancing
especially,
security.
yeah,
Yeah.
compliance is one of the biggest issue right these days. When we talk about SOX compliance, we talk about compliance around security, vendor management, master data,
Hmm.
right? And certain compliance when you work with federal and DoD side. This solution, you know, adds more value for the customers as well as for the government agencies. Earlier, because in my past life I was doing auditing.
Mhm.
If anything comes up, we have to go 6 years, 7 years back and then pull those documents. Even I remember one scenario where I spent almost 3 or 4 months just to complete one transaction audit. So in certain scenarios, this solution is just you click and everything is right in front of you.
So, how many customers have taken advantage of this accelerator? How many have you worked with to date?
We have more than 60 customers.
Oh, wow.
We have customers all across the globe. We have customers in Japan. They are using the solution for last 3 years. We have customers in federal space. We have customer in state level government agencies, like some transportation companies, some road infrastructure development companies.
Mhm.
Those are all business entity of US governments. So similarly, we have customers in Middle East, especially they are related to oil and gas, who are using the solution for the last 3 years. We have few ports, US ports, who are using the solution. We have customers in India and especially in South Asia.
Mhm.
We have customers in Australia. We have customers in Europe. I mean, you
So,
name it.
everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and when you talk about verticals, we have everywhere. We are in high tech equipments. We're in pharma. We are in retail, and we are in oil and gas as well. And there's so many. I mean, there are some secret, what do you call, confidential customers as well who are using the solution for a long, long time.
That's
So
wonderful. So, can you share one of your favorite success stories?
yeah,
You don't have to use customer names or
sure.
anything, but
Yeah, I have a customer who is in retail, and when you talk about retail business process, every single second counts.
Mhm.
Especially when customer is in shop floor discussing about his negotiation and his product, and discussing about how much time it will take to sign a document and get those product shipped for his house or his address. When you have this kind of scenario, every single second counts, right? So this customer, we went live on Thanksgiving night. So we have a data which they have how many transactions they have closed previous year on Thanksgiving night
for Black Friday.
for Black
Yeah.
Friday. So you can imagine what kind of footfall you have on that kind of shop who is most popular entity in US,
Yes, the
right?
stakes are high on Black Friday.
Yeah, it's a what do you call it's a for us it's a do and die situation. If something
Mhm.
happens, you have to be there,
Yeah.
right? But luckily nothing happened. There was no single issue raised. We were achieved more than 90% efficiency on that particular day as compared to your previous year, same night, same. Maybe this year they have more footfall because they came out from COVID. So footfall was, I mean, exceptionally high. Everyone wanted to go out and do shopping the way they used to do, right? So this was our what do you call best test case. And luckily everything went well. We achieved 90+% efficiency. What they have closed last year, this time they have closed more than 30% in one shot. They were able to close single deal in less than 15 minutes,
How long was it taking before?
more than hours,
Oh, wow.
because they used to have back office process.
Uh-huh.
If you select a product and if you wanted to pay for the product, you have to go to their payment center or kiosk machine and then process the payment. And the person behind the counter, he has to process all your credibility and everything and then approve or reject your application, right? Whether it's a credit card transaction, whether it's financial transactions, because now they have introduced you can buy a product on monthly installment. So
Okay.
there's so many compliance around it which need to be addressed. So that is why they used to take hours to complete one transaction. With the help of our solution, they no need to go out. They need to go away from the product. You select a product. I'm standing right in front of my product, and I said, okay, I wanted to buy this product. Boom, you hand over your device. I mean, your iPad or whatever mobile device in front of customer. He will sign. Your transaction is completed, and your product will be shipped in say 3 4 days.
That's wonderful.
So when we received a feedback also, and it was very overwhelming from customers, especially the shop floor agents who used to, because their target was maximum transactions in a day, right?
Mhm.
So for those shop floor agents, it's a what do you call party time for them actually. They closed more than their previous year, and eventually that gave us very good feedback. So
That's
that's
wonderful.
one of my favorite. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing about Signature Centric. And with SAP Sapphire right around the corner, we will be showcasing it at our kiosk. So be sure to stop by. And this officially wraps up season 1 of the Modern Tech and Transformation podcast. So thank you, Vaibhav, for helping us wrap up
Thank
season
you,
1.
Prala. Thank you so much for giving me opportunity and showcasing our solutions and our capability and expertise.
Absolutely. All right.
Thank you.
We'll see y'all next season.
Hey guys, take care.